Hey everybody, welcome to Castle Hives. Brian here. Beekeeping in Northeast Ohio. We are in the busy times right now. Today what we're going to do in the apiary is go through. You can see that I have added on 2 supers onto every one of these colonies. I'm going to go through, check on these supers, see how they're doing. Just crack the brood boxes just so I can look at the underside of them, see if there's any cups or cells, anything like that. Just basic, inspections here. Check the supers and just kind of get a feel for, well, how the colonies are doing. So it's super hot, at least up here. I don't want to hear none of the southern beekeepers say you don't know what hot is. Ohio, it's hot. It's 11:50 in the morning, July 4th. Happy 4th of July, everybody. It's already like 85 degrees. So I want to get through these real quick. I know it's probably not going to be that quick, but at least go through and just check the supers, check and see how the colonies look, and then we're going to take care of that poly hive in the back. So I've been putting that off and putting it off. I got time today, so we're going to manage that colony. Let's get the show started, y'all. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and let's see what these supers show us. Well, we got plenty of bees. I will say that. All right, getting into the middle on the first super, they are just starting to draw that, and they're drawing that. Okay, so let's take this super off. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Beautiful frame right here. So this here is comb honey that I put in, and it is filled. And look at that, they're capping it off. All right, so probably what I'm gonna do is flip the supers. Put the one that they got one frame that they're, still working on, that comb honey. I want them to finish that just because comb honey, they gotta cap that out. Let me pull this super off, and I'm gonna end up reversing the supers. Oh, that is a heavy box, y'all. Oh my gosh, is that heavy too? Yep, I don't see any cells or anything on there. So I'm just gonna slide this back. All right, y'all, this here is main Apimaye. This was a split that I pulled off of the back. Just gonna go through here, and same thing, I'm just gonna check these supers. There's bees up here working this one. Okay. Yep, so they haven't really touched this one yet. It's filled. So all they have to do there is cap that frame out. This next one here, they're building out. So you can see here, I checkerboarded. I had drawn frames, and then I checkerboarded. Look at this, filled. Now this one here was another comb honey that I didn't know that I had. And they're working on it a little bit. So this super here isn't as far off, it's not as far along as the last one that we saw. We do have some nectar in here though. So, this is a split that I did ending of April and first week of July, they're working supers. All right, everybody, this here was a split that I pulled off of the back. Let's just see how this one's doing real quick here, real quick. All right, we got some nectar on here. So the upper super, they are starting to work. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of weight in there. Now it looks like I did the same thing here, is I checkerboarded some frames, but look at this here, filled. That's a heavy frame. That one's good, that one's good, that one's good. Let's get into this one. This was a new one. Look at that. That one's good. Excellent. This colony here, for being a split, and they're working 2 supers already, how can you complain? You know, cannot complain against that. Okay, y'all. Buckingham Hive doing excellent as well. Got one that tagged my leg there, but doing excellent. So following suit, we're going to get a honey crop off of this hive as well. So let's get over to the next Apimaye hive and see what that one shows us. All right, y'all. Let's check this one here. Going to be quick also. Quick. Now, they're not in this super yet, okay? That's fine. Little bit of weight on this. It's not filled, that frame, but a little bit of weight. They're starting that. Here's a frame of comb honey. So this colony isn't quite as far along on this on their supers as compared to the others, but they're starting a little bit. Okay, y'all. So this other Apimaye here, doing good. They're working those supers. You know, again, these are first year colonies here. These are all splits. This was a swarm that I caught. This is the Apimaye Swarm hive. You know, for a swarm, and they're working, you can see the size of this colony. Doing really great. So really happy here with all of them. You know, there's brood in them. They're working these supers. So let's get over, I'm super curious now to the double nuke. You know, that resource colony that I have. Really curious over there to see what they're doing. So let's move on over. All right, everybody. Moment of truth. Let's see how a double nuke works the supers. So this top super here, not much in it. Look at this here. 10 frame super over a double nuke. Look at that. Outer frame, and it is about 50%. One side is done, the other is halfway, so it's about 75%. This here, look at that. They're capping that out. Now I expect as I move into the middle, they're going to be working these a little bit harder. They might be further along, and they are. Look at that. I'll tell you what, not going any further. Okay, so the double nuke, I mean, they're working some supers. So how can you go wrong with 2 colonies that are working the same supers? Those are splits that I made just this year, so can't go wrong. Now, this colony here is a swarm that I caught. It's been a pretty decent colony. It's building out nice. All right, let's see what the super shows us on this. Wow. Well, this one here is capped out, and that's an outer. So that tells me that the rest of this box, yep, capped. That's capped. Look at that. Capped out. That one's almost. Now, this one here, look at this. That's an empty that they're building out some comb. Now, let's move on back to the California Hive. Let's check and see how that, 7-frame nuke is doing. Very curious, so let's move on back. Okay, California Hive. This Apimaye, overall, I've been impressed with it. Set that there. Let's see what they're doing with these pro frames. Little smidge of brood on there, but this one here is mostly nectar. Nectar there as well. You know what's funny is along the top where there was that little seam, the bees have propolized that gap. Man alive. This is good, so I'm seeing a good brood pattern. But what I'm looking for also, because we're in that pretty good flow, so I'm just looking to make sure that they're not backfilling any of the brood area. I don't want to get, I don't want this colony to get into a situation where, oh my gosh. Yeah, look at that brood on there, on that pro frame. All right, so I'm just going to close this one back up. We still have a little bit of room in this colony, and then it's going to have to graduate to a larger hive. All right, everybody, on to the bee castle here. This colony was one of the colonies that made it through the winter time. So I'll be curious how this colony here looks. Because this colony made it through the winter, I'm expecting, well, I guess expecting is kind of harsh to, I guess I don't want to say expecting. I'm thinking that I'll get a hair more honey crop out of this colony as compared to the others. Now, I might not. It varies. There are so many different, look at that nectar. There are so many different variables that go into play, when you're dealing with bees. Well, that's filled. That one's good. That one's going to be good. Let's throw this frame back on and move down to this next super. Now, this is one of the few that, has that top box filled some. Wow, there's some weight on that. Let's see what they're showing us here. Oh yeah, that's a heavy one. That's a heavy one. This is a new frame right here that there's some weight on there. Brood frame right there. Good brood frame. Wow. Beautiful brood frame. Look at that. Okay. Well, I think we're going to end up getting at least a full super out of this. Maybe one, in a couple. There's 10 frames, maybe 13 or 14 frames out of this. So overall, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5 supers here at the main apiary. I got to go check the farm colony here next. You know, should get me, if I get anywhere over 140 pounds, that's, you know, that's fine for me this year. So, you know, and then we still have the fall harvest. So, you know, if I get close to 300 pounds over the course of the year, I'll be more than happy as a backyard beekeeper, getting 300 pounds of honey. Even here in the spring, getting 120, 130, 140, maybe 150 pounds for a backyard person. I'm happy. So let's move out to the farm colony and see what that one shows us and wrap things up for this 4th of July, y'all. So we'll see you out at the farm. All right, everybody. We are at the farm. So gonna get in and just check on this colony here. Now, you know, this colony here made it through winter. Swarmed on me. And that was okay. You know, that's actually some of the swarms that I've caught are from this hive. So, you know, some people say, oh, if you caught your own, it's not a swarm. Yeah, it was in a tree. So, you know, let's see what these supers show us. Oh my Lord. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So, I'm not going to bother this super anymore. An overwintered strong colony. You know, what can you say? So, what we have found so far in the main apiary, you know, all the new colonies are doing really well. They're filling out, all the new ones are filling out the supers. The ones in the back, they're doing good. This colony here, I would probably say, producing out, it probably has produced the most honey. So what I probably should do is tomorrow, I do not have time today, like I said, but tomorrow I'm going to go grab another super, maybe even 2, and I'm going to stack this thing up. Why not? I mean, they're working it. I want to give them the room. I will shift those boxes down and then put these filled boxes up. So, amazing. I'm going to end up, I think, this year, I'll probably get the largest honey harvest that I ever have here at Castle Hive. So, truly just amazing. Now, I do have that new toy here that I got. You all are going to see it here on this next video. So when I harvest my honey, I have a brand new Hilco 9-frame extractor that I'm going to use. So I still got to get that thing set up. You all are going to see that. You know, that's it. So thank you all for watching. Again, happy 4th of July. This is going to be afterwards, so hopefully everybody had a very safe 4th of July, celebrated, you know, the 4th for what it is. Thank you all, and until the next time, y'all, take care.